This is Patrick in New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel here in Brooklyn, New York at Brooklyn Camper Vans for their block party. I just bumped into Rich here. Rich has a really cool DIY custom camper van conversion that he's going to give us a tour of inside and out. So join us.
Hey Patrick, thanks for having me on. Last time I saw you it was 6 months ago when we had an empty cargo van, and here it is all done. It's a 2023 Ford Transit with all the bells and whistles, all-wheel drive. This baby will park itself. It was a great way to start. So we put an awning on the top, Fiamma, and it really works well. It came with the running board, so you can get it nice and easy. We have a little cubby for our shoes. And it comes with a refrigerator. We put it here so we can get to it nice and easy. Very nice. This cabinetry was built by myself. We repurposed something that came from one of our older builds. We have a drawer for all our cutlery. And it comes with all roll-off screens, so it's like a nice tent. Very good stuff. We went up to Canada and they installed them for nothing. The van came with factory swivels, makes it easier for me. I didn't want to put swivels in. And we put in a Webasto heater. A little bit of a challenge, but we got it to work. The floors are heated. We have a gotta-go toilet, which is not a composting toilet, but it's a bag toilet, works very well. And this all was made by my wife. She made all of the custom upholstery. She did all the colors in the van, and she covered everything. She covered all the panels, and she did all the design of the van. I did all the hard part. We have a kitchen cabinet here that all our kitchen supplies, our oven, our propane, all sits here, lives here. We have a flip-up cabinet that you can use to flip up and use as part of an extended kitchen. This is a Victron system. There's our battery system right there. We have a tall cabinet, which again with our kitchen and bathroom stuff. Then on the bottom drawers we have more kitchen. We put leather straps in so we wouldn't have any issues walking by them. More kitchen. The floors are heated and it is a composite floor. In here we have our water heater and our trash and fire extinguisher. Here's our sink. It's a deep sink. Coffee maker. We have an attachment to do an outside shower. We used battery-powered lights in the van and in the back of the van because they're easy and they are very efficient, no more wiring. We have these little leather straps to hold the cabinets closed. And again, more kitchen. And for our clothes, we have two big cabinets for clothing. This allows us to use packing cubes so that you can put them in easily. On this side, we have USB ports and everything is done on timers. So you have a timer for your water heater, you have a 110-volt outlet, you have a timer for the water pump, and then the lights for the van. The lights are strip LED lights. The ceiling is made out of a composite piece of wood. We have a max air fan, everything controlled by the bed. The bed, it was a custom made by my wife. She made all the fabrics, little carbon fiber guitar for fun. And the bed platform was made from IKEA. We put this in to be able to hold all of the window covers for the van. The insets for the van were probably the hardest thing we did, and we use little sticks to hold them in, but they work because they give you a little bit of insulation and you can close them up nice and easily. We have two Sirocco fans and we have bed lights over the bed. Underneath here we have 0-degree sleeping bags just in case that heater doesn't work, and an iPad holder for watching TV. Hey, let's go around back, Patrick. On the back here, we have things from Van Essential to keep all of our tools in. These are custom made by my wife, magnetic. We have a 21-gallon water tank, and we have storage on top of it. And we have this tank ratcheted in, and we didn't want to put a cabinet around it because we felt we'd get more storage out of it. We have an outlet so that you can drain the tank, and also there is a hole inside of the tank to clean it out. We have our access to our spare tire and a custom trim here. On our battery system, we have a 270 amp hour battery from Victron with a 3,000 watt inverter and 260 watt chargers. This is all made from IKEA, and they make this for putting things or hanging things on, and we used it for airflow, and it certainly makes it nice and good for the system. And lastly, we have our cord for the power, just hangs right here. Nice and easy. Another Van Essentials here. Again, for things that we need. Another custom curtain. And on the outside, we have the power for the van, and we also have an auxiliary power for the van.
Rich, thank you very much for taking the time today to give us a tour of your awesome creation. It's come a long way in the last 6 months or so.
6 months, yep.
Now, was this a budget build or an over budget build?
Okay, so this was a budget build, and the build was, so the van was $60,000, and our budget was to not go over $100,000. We actually came in, we put $30,000 into the van, all in tools, equipment, everything, every nut and bolt we use, about $30,000 put in the van.
$90,000 all in.
All
you got
in.
an awesome all-wheel drive capable van that I'm pretty sure you could do 4-season camping in.
It is 4-season because it is fully insulated. And
now, off camera we talked about, you didn't put solar on this because you got dual alternators.
Dual alternators, and I charge it 60 amps.
So this 270 amp hour Battle-Born lithium battery with heat, you could probably charge that in what, 2 hours of driving?
2 hours.
2 hours. So
yeah.
you run it down, you can charge it quickly.
Yeah.
And
there's not a big draw on the van, so we can go for 3 days without plugging in.
3 days. Well, that is awesome. I appreciate the opportunity to showcase your van. I would consider this a somewhat stealth van, right?
Yeah,
it kind of blends
somewhat,
in.
yeah.
But it's short enough you could parallel park it. You didn't go with the extended because that thing 20 feet long.
It's not extended, but the van will park itself, which is one of the features that we got in.
Tell me about that. How's that work?
So when you go to park this van, it'll tell you, put it in park, and it will tell you where it'll find a spot, and then it takes over. It drives the wheel back, then tells you to put it in reverse. You go again, and it nicely tucks the van in. And I'm going to tell you, Patrick, this far from the curb. Wow. Phenomenal. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Great feature, great feature.
Well, this is awesome. Patrick, New Jersey Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel here at Brooklyn at the Brooklyn Camper Vans Block Party. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Patrick.